Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gachie Skyman TV. Oscar Sudi attacked Kenyans badly. Oscar Sudi referred to Kenyan in social media as fake people. He referred to the Gen Z as foolish people. He insulted Kenyans as idlers and people who don't know what they are doing. Before we give our take on Oscar Sudi, I want you guys to watch what Oscar Sudi is saying here.
Yenye tunafanya harambee ya watu wagonjwa ndio tunajua ni nini tunasema. So na mumetuchagua kama viongozi wenu. Najua nasikia watu hapo social media wanaongea wanafanya nini. Wacha sisi tu fail. Lakini fuata ile kitu tunawaambia alafu tuanguke muje mtufukuze. Lakini msifuate ukora ya social media. Kwa sababu hii watu ya social media ni mtu fake, mtu jua kale tu. Ni kama ile nilikuwa naona ile siku ya Gen Z. Wengine wako huko Australia, Amerika, wapi. Mwingine anaandika anasema tuchome hii nchi kwanza ndio tuanzishe mpya. Hey. Unajua mtu hajai jenga, mtu hajai nunua hata simiti moja. Ni mtu haelewi kabisa ile kitu anasema. So mregister SHA. SHA inafanya na muulize wenye wameregister. Ndio tutoke kwa hii maneno ya harambee. Wakati Kibaki alianzisha CDF, tulitoka kwa harambee ya shule. Na sasa hivi mashule zetu zote zinajengwa. So same thing tunataka tujiondoe kwa mambo ya ugonjwa. Ndio kila mtu atibiwe na aende nyumbani.
When Oscar Sudi is speaking, what comes to your mind? Because according to me, whatever Oscar Sudi is saying is the thinking of William Ruto. And I strongly believe that the government is planning an onslaught on the social media users. I don't know whether they are going to go for everybody who uses the social media, because the social media is the main means of communication and interaction in Kenya today. We are living in a digital world where the world has become a small village. Oscar Sudi is one of the people who never said anything in the last 1 year in parliament. The guy does not talk in parliament. But outside parliament, ana kasheshe nyingi sana, ni mwigi wa maneno kama kasuku. Ni mtu ambaye ni mtu ambaye ukimwangalia utaona kwamba ni mtatanishi, ni mtu ambaye hajali anachosema, and he seems to operate above the law. But as you know, pride comes before a fall. Na kiburi, unaweza kuwa na kiburi, lakini as we have always opined in this channel, our leaders need to understand that power is transient, very, very temporary. And you only need to look at Rigathi Gachagua for you to learn the lesson. Just a few months ago, Rigathi Gachagua could say anything that he wants. Rigathi Gachagua could talk to Kenyans anyhow, praising William Ruto. Today, he is one of the greatest critics of William Ruto. When I look at this government, I see a government that is in serious problems. This government in serious problems because it seems to be very, very disrespectful of the voters. Instead of listening to the voters, they are actually talking to the voters with contempt. Just the other day we saw Joho telling Kenyans that they cannot construct, they cannot develop this country through the social media. We saw Junet Muhammad telling Kenyans kinywani chake and he's free to do whatever he wants and there's nothing you can do. We have seen Opiwa die and many other leaders, ladies and gentlemen. You also remember Kimani Ichung'wah referring to Gen Z as just idlers who just use smartphones and go to KFC and buy chicken because they have a lot of money and nothing to do. These guys are actually treating Kenyans with contempt. They are full of themselves. And instead of working for Kenyans, they are treating Kenyans like they are their bosses. They are treating Kenyans like they own this world. They are treating Kenyans like second-class citizens of their own country. I want to tell them that Syrians, were yesterday looting Assad's palace. I want to remind them that the central bank of Syria in Damascus was looted dry by the Syrians. They looted gold, they looted money, they looted everything. And before the president, that is Assad, knew what was happening, a number of people had turned to be millionaires. And Assad, as we talk now, ran away. His beds were taken. His palace was set on fire by the Syrians. The government failed completely, and armed gangs took over the country. Armed groups entered Damascus and took over the city. Assad shoes, suits, and beds were stolen. Nothing was left. I want to show you what happened in Syria. Maybe those who did not know what was happening can learn a lesson. Maybe people like Sudi can learn a lesson. And I think if these are the kind of people who advises William Ruto, this country is doomed. If these are the kind of guys that we're expecting that they are going to bring change in this country is completely lost. Because how does William Ruto allow this kind of people to talk the way they are talking? Anytime such guys open their mouth, William Ruto loses a sizable number of votes. In fact, this video alone, the way Sudi is talking here, William Ruto must have lost maybe 1 million votes. It is high time this kind of people, Akina Moses Korea, Ichung'wah, Sudi, Gladys Bosheloi, and others, it's high time they are advised to keep quiet. So see what the Syrians were doing.
هاي بيت الرئيس، بيت الحمار.
قصر جمهوري، قصر جمهوري.
هاي قصر الكلب، قصر الحمار.